Hi, dear followers. I hope you are doing well. Today, we are going to talk about lists. List creation in Python. You can create a list in just one line by enclosing a comma separated sequence of elements within square brackets. Let's check this code together. We want to create a list of favorite, for example, fruits. We have a variable favorite underline fruits, and we have some fruits such as apple, banana, cherry, and mango. And we want to print the list. How can I ask the Python to print the list? It's so simple. I just put print my favorite fruits or and then I ask it to print the favorite fruit as a variable, which is here a list. And then I can see that when it is run, I can see that it print apple, banana, cherry, and mango. And now let's check indexing and the slicing. List indexing in Python allows you to access individual elements of a list by using their position. Let's check the code. Imagine you have a list of days in a week. Weekdays equals Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday till Sunday. It is important that you pay attention to the fact that when we have a list, the first position is 0 and the second one is 1. So in my list, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now I want to index them. Indexing, get the day at index 2. We have a variable midweek day and it equals weekdays 2. So when I print this code, what I can see is Wednesday. Midweek day equals Wednesday 0, 1, 2. Since I asked for 2 for the position 2, it is written Wednesday. So let's go for a slicing, which is important. Get the work days Monday to Friday. Work days equals weekdays 0 to 5. It is important that you know the first position is included, but the last one is not. You can see here we need to print work days, and when I print it, I can see Monday as a 0, Tuesday 1, Wednesday 2, Thursday 3, and Friday 4. I cannot see Saturday or Sunday. Saturday is 5, but I cannot see it here, despite the fact that we have 5 here. So it's important that the first option, the first position is included in our print, but the last option is not. One before the last one, it is written. Let's check the next one. Get the weekend days. So we need just Saturday and Sunday. We need actually the two options on the list from the right part, not from the left. How can I ask Python to do it? Weekdays equals weekdays, and we need a negative point, and then we can put 2. It means that Python, please go to the list, and from the right, please print the 2 last option. Here in my list, the 2 last option is Saturday and Sunday. Let's go for adding elements. We have some methods such as append, extend, and insert. Let's check them. Let's say you have a list of your favorite movies, and we have a variable favorite movies such as Inception, The Matrix, and Interstellar. And then we want to add one more movies to the list. If we use the append method, it adds a single element to the end of the list. So it's important that we know it add a one element to the end of the list. Favorite movies dot append. For example, we want to add the movie Tent, and after appending a new movie, favorite movies, the variable favorite movies. And when I see the result, I can see Inception, The Matrix, The Interstellar, and the movie that I added with the append method. Then we have another method such as extend, adds multiple elements from another iterable to the end of the list. So for adding multiple options. More movies. For example, you remember a few more movies you love and want to add them all at once. For example, The Dark Knight, the Pulp Fiction. So I use the extend method and ask it to add the movies to my list. Print the favorite movies. Then the result is Inception, The Matrix, Interstellar, and Tent that we have it, and then The Dark Knight and Pulp Fiction. It adds multiple choice to the end of the list. But we have insert, which is my favorite one, at an element at a specific position. It's not at the end of the list. Wherever you want, you can add an option to the list, requiring both an index and element. Let's check it. We have favorite movie dot insert 0. It means that I want to add the Godfather movie to the first position. We know in the list the 0 means the first position. So you can see here the result, the Godfather, and then Inception, The Matrix, and the rest of the movies. Let's go for removing elements from a list. Imagine that you have a list of your tasks. For example, you want to email your clients, meeting with team, lunch with a friend, and write a report. Removing elements from a list in Python is crucial for managing data with various methods like remove, like pop, and clear available. The remove method deletes the first occurrence of a specified element by value. Let's check it. We have a list of tasks, as I mentioned, and the first thing I want to use the remove method. For example, you completed email clients and want to remove it from the list. It is the first option. So I can say task.remove. I call the remove task.remove. Please remove the first option, email client. And then what is the result? The result is that my list is meeting with team, lunch with a friend, and write a report. And so email clients is being removed. Then I want to use pop. The pop method removes and returns as an element at a given index. For example, the meeting with the team was cancelled. So you remove it using pop. Cancelled task equals task.pop, and I am going to give it a position. I want the first option, which is here the 0, is being to removed. So my list is meeting with team, lunch with a friend, and write a report. So the first option, the 0 position, is meeting with team. So I ask it to cancel task. It means meeting with team was cancelled. Remaining task and task. So see the result. Meeting with team was cancelled. Remaining task is lunch with a friend and write a report. And if we don't give the pop any index, what happens? It goes and remove the last option of the list. But since here we mentioned the zero option, the zero position, the first one, which is meeting with the team, with your team, is removed. And finally, you decide to clear all tasks at the end of the day, task.clear, and then you have no list. Task after clearing all, you have no option in your list. Let's check list comprehension. List comprehensions in Python provide a concise way to create and manipulate lists, allowing you to generate or filter elements in a single readable line for code. We have a list here, list of customer reviews, and our variable is a list. It contains some options, some points, such as create, for example, product, not worth the price, excellent quality will buy again, and other elements in our list. Then I want to use list comprehension. Using list comprehension to get the length of every single of these reviews. Review underline length equals, we call len review, and for review in reviews. It means that it gives me the length of every element in our list, which is called reviews. And it's such a, and actually it's like that you're working on your list, the Python is working on the list and counting, and is counting the lengths. The first one, for example, when I actually run it, you can see the first option, the first option's length is 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a space here, it is counted. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And you can see it is 14. The next one is 20. Bear that in mind that we count this space part, and we have 3 here, plus the length of the strings that we have here. So list comprehension actually gives us the length of our elements. Let's go for sorting and reversing lists in Python. Sorting and reversing lists in Python are key for organizing data. The sort or sorted and reverse methods allows you to arrange elements in order or flip their sequence, which is useful for displaying or analyzing data. For example, in an online store, you can sort a product price from the lowest to the highest, or reverse the list to show the most expensive items first. We have a list of product prices here, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements, and I want to sort it. So product underline price dot, I call the method sort, and when I want to see the result, it's like that: sort the prices from the lowest to the highest one. And you can see here we have 119.90, but when I sort the list, the lowest one is 49.99. So it is sorted from the low to the high. And if I use reverse, it reverses the list to show the most expensive items first. So product underline prices dot reverse, and you can see the most expensive one is 290.99, and then the rest of the elements. We have iterating through a list. Iterating through a list in Python lets you process each element one by one, either for tasks like filtering data or applying calculation. Python's for loop makes it simple to handle each item efficiently. We have a list of customers' names such as Alice, Bob, Charlie, and Diana, and we want to iterate through the list and print a greeting for each customer. So I use for customer in customers. I ask it to go to the list from the first the 0 position, I mean Alice, and print hello, the name of the customer, and the print thank you for your purchase. The first option for customer in customers, it's see that Alice, hello, the name of customer is Alice, and then thank you for your purchase. Then for the loop 4 is working for Bob. Hello Bob, thank you. And then the next one for Charlie and Diana. We have nested lists in Python. Nested lists in Python are lists within lists. It means there is a list which contains a bunch of lists. And so it is useful for representing multidimensional data like matrix or grids. Let's check it. We have a list, nested list, representing seating rows in a theater. So we have a seating chart which contains 3 lists. Every list contains 3 elements: seat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the list 2, and for the last list we have seat 7, 8, and 9. And now I want to select a row or select an element and print it. What I want is seating chart 1, 1. It means go to the list 1 and go for the element 1 and print it. This is the first 0. This is the first, this is the list 0. This is the list 1. This is the list 1. So this is position element 0, and this is the position 1. So I went to my chart and find the list 1 and the elements 1, which is seat 5. If I change it, for example, I ask it to go for 2 and 0 and run it. 0, list 0, list 1, list 2. And which option? Option 0 or position 0. Then I can see seat 7. We have list methods in Python. List methods such as count and index in Python are useful for analyzing lists. For example, the count method tells you how many times a specific item or element appears, while the index method finds the position of its first occurrence. Let's check this example. Imagine that you have a list of a student's name, and you can use this method to check how often a name appears and where it first occurs. We have a list of students' name: Alice, Bob, Charlie, Alice, Eva, and Alice. This is my list, and I want to count how many times Alice appears. So I use Alice underline count equals, this is a variable, equal students dot count. I call the count method in order to count how many times Alice appear, and I ask it to print how many times, and I can see Alice appears 3 times. You can see in our list Alice 1, 2, and 3. And let's check index. Find the index of the first occurrence of Charlie. Charlie index is my variable, equals students.index. I call the index Charlie, and it says where, actually at what position Charlie is appearing for the first time, 0, 1, 2. So you can see the result. First occurrence of Charlie is at index 2. We have two types of copying lists, shallow vs deep copying. Let's check what is the difference between these two ways of copying. Shallow copy creates a new list, but elements in the new list are references to the objects found in the original list. And whatever changed you apply on the shallow copy of your list, it affects the original list. But deep copy creates a new list and copies all objects found in the original list, but the changes to the elements in the copied list do not affect the original list. Let's check them. We have a list here, original list of teams and players. We have a nested list which contains 3 different lists: Alice and Bob one list, Charlie and David, Eva and Frank. So 3 lists in one list. And now I want to apply shallow copy. We have variable teams underline shallow equals copy.copy teams. And for deep copy, we say copy.deep copy teams. And let's check what is the result. I ask it to go to the teams underline shallow and change the list, the first list, which is 0, 1, and the first option, the 0 position, to Anna. So the first list is here, the position of list is 0 here. The first option of the list is Alice, and I want it to replace Anna with Alice. So the result is that original list after shallow copy modification is Anna and Bob, Charlie, David, and Eva and Frank. So we don't have Alice here. But for deep copy, I ask it to actually change the first list, the first option with a crease. It means this is the 0, this is the 1. The first option is Charlie, and I asking it to change it to crease. But when you see the result, original list after deep copy, we can see Anna and Bob, Charlie and David. I can't see any crease here, simply because that, as I said, deep copy, whenever whatever changes you apply to your deep copy doesn't affect the original list. We have list concatenation in Python. It means that Python combines 2 or more lists into a single list using plus operator or the extend method. It's useful for merging related items, like combining different products, product categories, or multiple lists of names. We have list of fruits. Fruits equals apple, banana, cherry, and list of vegetables, including 3 items. Then I want to add these 2 lists together and make just one list. I can use plus. I have variable shopping list equals fruits plus vegetables. It means that please add vegetables to the fruits. The result shopping list is here. Shopping list using plus apple, banana, cherry, and then the vegetables are added, such as carrot and others. And I can use extend instead of using plus. Fruits that extend vegetables. Add vegetables to the fruits and print the variable fruits. You can see the result here. Apple, Nano, Cherry, Carrot, and Broccoli, and others. And in this way, we add two lists together. Let's check checking membership in Python. Checking membership in Python with the in and not in operators lets you determine if an element is present in a list or it's absent. We have a list of guests here, Alice, Bob, Charlie, and Diana, and we want to see that if Alice is in the guest list or not. I asked the Python to check it if Alice in guest list, then print Alice is already on the guest list. And I want to check whether, for example, Ev is not in the guest list or he is. I use if Ev not in guest list, and I asked Python to print Ev is not on the guest list. Let's add her. So the first option, it is checked and see that Alice is in the list. So what you can see as a result, Alice is already on the guest list. And then I asked to check Ev not in the guest list. So since Ev is not, the result is Ev is not on the guest list. If I add Ev to the list by comma using Ev and I run the code again, you cannot see any option here because it's asked if Ev not in the guest list. Since he is, so you don't see any other print for Ev.